Blue Dot catchments are catchments that have been assigned a high status objective under Ireland's River Basin Management Plan. This means that they have to achieve the highest water quality status by 2027 to meet their objective under the Water Framework Directive. Blue Dot rivers represent one of Ireland's most natural habitats and are home to species such as the Atlantic salmon, stonefly species, and of course the iconic freshwater pearl mussel, a species that depends on high water quality for its survival.
Blue Dot water bodies are some of the most natural habitats we have in Ireland. Blue Dot rivers tend to have nice natural meandering channels, as you see here in the Duhallow. They also tend to have nice natural riparian vegetation, that's the bankside vegetation and associated wetlands. And when they're managed right, they contain some of our most iconic and threatened species. What's also extremely important about them is that they provide a refuge and kind of an ark for some of our more sensitive species, which can recolonize other water bodies or downstream. To address some of the issues with Blue Dots, the Blue Dot Catchments program was set up. This is led by LawPro, the Local Authority of Waters program, and it's a collaborative program that brings together a range of agencies and aims to focus efforts towards the protection and restoration of these blue dots. It also aims to raise awareness about the importance and sensitivity of these catchments to landowners. And it's in this respect that programs such as Duhallow Farming for Blue Dots EIP is really important in showing how these measures can be brought together to actually have a positive effect on these water bodies.
This is the Island Wood in Newmarket, a forest park that a Blue Dot stretch of the River Duhallow flows through. Like many rivers in Ireland, the Duhallow is steeped in local history and folklore, as explained here by local historian Raymond O'Sullivan.
Most of the great rivers have a goddess associated with them. If we think of, say, Shannon in the Shannon, and the Bowen in the Boyne, and also back near Mill Street at the ford of the Boyne, and lots of others as well. But here in the Duhallow, even though we wouldn't be in the same category as the Shannon or the Boyne, or even Danu, the goddess that is associated with the twin peaks and just back behind the Kerry border, the Gorkirk Danu, or the Paps as we call them. She gives her name to the Danube, and we find her name associated with lots of rivers around Celtic Europe. But here in the Duhallow, we have Moylan. She's the local goddess. Her principal residence is at Moylan's Cave, which is back in Sri Lawn Wood, just about a mile or so up the river. And she's seen there sometimes in the evenings combing her hair. That seems to be part of her. In fact, there was a mark of a little carving of a comb on the rock one time, but I think some parson or minister here in town went back with a hammer and broke it off.
This beautiful, natural-looking stretch of the Duhallow is also an important place to enjoy nature for the many walkers and runners that regularly visit Island Wood. More and more evidence is pointing to the role of green care for our mental health. Getting out into nature and enjoying the forest and the river is good for us. IRD Duhallow run a community health officer programme led by Dennis Justice that regularly visit Island Wood to get some fresh air.
The IRD Duhallow walking group just got back from a lovely walk in Island Wood. We get out here every Monday and Wednesday because it's great for exercise and for everyone's mental health. And the scenery's lovely, and while the weather is good, we like to get out and get around. And I think everyone agrees that it's very beneficial for them.
Yeah, excellent.
So we love getting out here, and twice a week getting a walk in. We might even maybe get out for a third time sometimes.
Today, walkers are enjoying nature on a walk along the river and learning about its biodiversity through the macroinvertebrates that live in the water. Kick sampling involves turning over stones on the riverbed so the bugs that live under the stones and around them are washed into a net. The net is then emptied into a tray where the bugs are analysed. The presence of mostly positive indicator species, those that are sensitive to pollution, indicate that the river is healthy. If we were to find mostly negative indicators like snails, midge larvae and water louse, we would know there is a problem. Highly pollution sensitive species are found in high status water bodies. These include certain stonefly species and mayfly species.
We've got a mix of water bugs here, macroinvertebrates. This guy moving around here, he's Perla bipunctata. He's a stonefly, and he would be what we call pollution sensitive. So if there's a lot of pollution in a river, you won't find Perla. He doesn't like it. He wants a highly oxygenated environment. Same with this heptagenated mayfly here, also more commonly known as a flattened mayfly. Again, pollution sensitive. So these are the guys we want to see in the river.
Angling is particularly important to Duhallow communities, both as a pastime and as a tourist attraction. IRD Duhallow was founded in the late 80s by 6 local businessmen who were all anglers. They saw the importance of rivers for the economic development of the rural region, and one of the first leader projects undertaken by IRD Duhallow was to commission a baseline survey of the upper Blackwater. Today, high water quality is still very important for angling.
This river is vitally important. The condition of this river is vitally important, and in the next couple of months now we're going to have a run of salmon come up here, Atlantic salmon, hopefully come up here. It's a spawning, they'll travel way back into the smaller tributaries, even off of these rivers again, and it's fierce important to have plenty clean beds, gravel beds, where we have plenty of oxygen to keep the eggs alive and hopefully continue the run of salmon. And salmon is, at the moment, is vital.
The Duhallow Farming for Blue Dot Catchments project is a European Innovation Partnership project that works with farmers in a North Cork subcatchment of the Munster Blackwater to protect and restore rivers to high status. The project uses a hybrid approach to reward farmers that farm for Blue Dot catchments, combining results-based payments, additional proposed works or supporting actions, and knowledge transfer. Results-based payments are issued to farmers each year for habitat retention, nutrient and sediment management, buffer, and biodiversity measures. The project team score farms each summer, and a higher payment is issued for high-quality measures. Taking a wet grassland habitat as an example, farmers receive a higher payment when the wet grassland is species rich, grazed appropriately, and when it is clearly retaining water. However, draining the grassland, overgrazing, or applying manure on such a habitat would result in a lower score. While the main focus of the project is water quality, most measures in the project offer significant co-benefits for climate and terrestrial biodiversity. Nature-based solutions where possible, such as planting willow to stabilise eroding riverbanks, are prioritised. Additional proposed works are supporting actions that the project part to fully funds to benefit Blue Dot rivers. Many of these actions are innovative solutions to mitigate against potential pollution. This might include upgrading a roadway through the installation of concrete water bars and sediment ponds. Another example would be the planting of a hedgerow to disrupt a nutrient flow pathway in a field, or the installation of a solar-powered pump to eliminate the need for cattle to access the river for drinking. The main goal of this system is to install bespoke measures that are tailored to any potential issues on a farm, but can also be easily replicated on another farm. This involves close communication between the project team and the farmer to ensure that the measure will work on their farm and will benefit the farmer where possible. Many measures, like the farm roadway upgrade, which reduce erosion of the farmer's road and protect water quality, are win-wins for the farmer and the environment. Knowledge transfer is the last element of the project's hybrid approach. Under the project, farmers have attended knowledge transfer events on topics including results-based scoring to ensure that farmers know how they can increase their score, biological water quality, locally specific catchment science, farm safety, soil health, multi-species swards, farm road upgrades, and nature-based riverbank stabilisation. Rivers are under pressure in Ireland, with almost half in unsatisfactory condition. However, positive change is possible. 3 of the Water Framework Directive water bodies within the project's catchment area returned from good to high status during the lifetime of this project, and another improved from poor to moderate. The Duhallow Farming for Blue Dot Catchments project has provided a blueprint for how farmers can be fairly rewarded for providing ecosystem services on their farm that benefit Blue Dot catchments and all that rely on them. This will be essential going forward as we try to meet our objectives under the Water Framework Directive.